You know, when you were a kid and you thought that when you grew up, life was going to be so amazing and it was going to be so awesome to be an adult. How many of us are still waiting for that day? Oh, I mean, I'm kidding, but I'm kind of not. So, adulthood is not all it's cracked up to be. We have it set up in a stupid way. We have credit scores and rent to pay and all this stuff that makes it less enjoyable to be an adult human on this earth. We should really just be enjoying this beautiful planet and each other's company. But I digress. I'm going to help you realize some harsh truths that you were not taught growing up. I was not taught these. You probably didn't know these growing up either. And knowing these would have made life a whole lot easier. So I'm going to go into the 6 harsh truths that every woman should know. Hey, hi, hello, and welcome back for another video. I'm Jaden if you're new here, and if not, hey girl, it's good to see you again. On this channel, we talk about self-development, mindset, and how to become our best selves from the inside out. So, subscribe if you vibe, hit the like button and the notification bell so you don't miss anything from me. And if you didn't know, I am also a women's mindset and confidence coach, so I help women realize the value in their voice and the power in their potential. Yes, queen. So if you resonate with me, my energy, and you'd like more from me than just my YouTube videos, I will link my Stan store in the description box of this video. It's also in the description of my channel. That is where you can book a call with me or get any of my offerings, paid or free. With that being said, I am so happy you're here. Now grab your favorite bevy, grab a notebook, grab your attention span, and let's get into today's topic. So the first harsh truth that I want all you ladies to know is that you have got to stop playing the victim. You do. I don't want to say that women struggle with this more than men, but we can have a tendency to do so because the damsel in distress. If you're a damsel in distress, it's like, woe is me. Oh, this is so hard. Somebody help me. Wah, wah. We have to stop throwing a pity party all the time and waiting to be saved and save ourselves. Stop being the victim. It's holding you back from so much in life. It's holding you back from your truest potential and power. It is. So, something happened to you that made you sad, upset, angry. Okay, and it's happened to every single person on this planet. That is part of the human experience. We will all go through something that challenges us or hurts us in some way at some point. Disappointment, sadness, heartbreak, confusion, anger. These are all emotions that we have all felt at some point in our life. But it's up to you to decide if you're going to let that hold you back from everything that you could experience and everything that you actually want. Every time you play the victim, and every time you wallow in self-pity, and every time that you retell the same story of what happened to you over and over and over to different people, you are reliving that in your mind and in your body. So you're not ever really letting yourself get over that because you're constantly reliving it. You're constantly putting your body and your mind in that state of stress again. Stop complaining about it. Stop letting that situation, that person, that inconvenience control your life and your emotions. It's time to get a grip and get it together and move the fuck on. We have all been dealt a different hand in life. Some people have it easier than others. I am not blind to this fact. But it is also a fact that there is someone out there doing worse than you. You are doing worse than someone else, yes, but there is someone else out there doing worse than you. It's time to put a stop to the pity party and realize that it could be worse. So how about we be grateful for what we do have? Yes, there are things that you've been through that are hard, but part of becoming a grown woman is realizing that you are in control of what you do and don't do. And it is up to you whether you're going to let those past experiences define you and limit you, or if you're going to let them teach you and motivate you. You can let this life make you or break you. There are things that we could lay in bed and cry about for a week if we let ourselves. But we got shit to do. We have dreams to turn into reality. We don't have time as a grown woman to be wallowing in self-pity. You can use your past to injure you or to inform you. Yes, those things hurt, but are you going to continue to let that injure you and hinder you from what you could be doing and who you could become? Or are you going to let that past inform you on what to look out for next time? The kind of people to trust and not trust, the kind of deal to sign the dotted line on or to leave on the table. We do have a choice in the matter, But people who are stuck in victimhood don't even realize that they have given away all of their power. So if you are stuck in victimhood, you probably don't even realize that you have given your power away to that person, that situation, that circumstance, when really what you need to do is call it all back to you. Call all your power back to you. Because when you're giving away a little power over here and you're losing more power over here, and then you lose a little more over here, of course you feel weak and defeated. The more you choose to be a victim, the more you give yourself chances to be a victim again. You probably don't want that. So it's time to wake up. What's done is done. You will never empower yourself by reliving that situation over and over. It's time to let the past be the past and move on to your bright future. Because every time you retell the story of what that person did to you and how it wasn't fair and how hurt your feelings were, you are reliving that over and over and over. And that is keeping your brain and your body stuck in that same loop. This second harsh truth that all women need to know is that revenge is a lie. Yeah, I know that when someone hurts you, you're sad, you're mad, you're everything in between. And in the moment, it seems like nothing would feel better than to give that person a taste of their own medicine, to do to them what they did to you. It's not true. That will not bring you healing and peace. When you become a grown woman, you realize that what they did was not okay, but you do not have to stick around for more of that. You don't have to allow them access to you and your energy. You don't have to let them know what's going on in your life. You don't have to stick around to find out what's going on in theirs. You can put up an energetic, physical, emotional, spiritual boundary, and that will do more for you than revenge ever could. See, revenge is low on the vibrational scale. So anytime you give in to that primitive desire, you lower your own vibration and that of your life experiences. You may not see it now, but the person who hurt you will pay for that. But it is not up to us to deliver the punishment. Let karma do her thing. Let God work in mysterious ways, whatever kind of label you want to put on it. But it's not on you. It's not our responsibility to give out the punishment. Remove them from your life. Continue to live from love and spread light, and you will reap the rewards of that. Sowing vengeful seeds only reaps sorrow. It is hard to be the bigger person. I know, but it is so worth it. And when you are really ready to step into womanhood and become more mature, this is something that you will accept and start to do in your life. Because only immature people want to go tit for tat and back and forth. We don't have time for that because we're too busy becoming a better version of ourselves. The third harsh truth that all women need to know is that age truly is nothing but a number. Age ain't nothing but a number. Shout out to you if you know that song. But it's true. A difficult and confusing lesson that I have learned in life is that just because someone is older than you does not mean that they are wiser or more mature or more intelligent than you. That doesn't mean that we need to go around throwing that in people's faces. I just mean don't expect someone to treat you respectfully or to handle a situation with class and grace just because they're older than you. That doesn't mean anything in the world of emotional maturity. I know women twice my age who act half my age. You don't want to be that girl. You don't. You want to be that woman. Real women are emotionally mature. We can own up to something when we've done something wrong. We don't go around competing with other women in our heads and trying to belittle them. We don't try to tear other women down to bring ourselves up. No, ma'am. Emotional maturity has no age requirement, no age limit. It's not like once you become 18 or 21 or 30 that a curtain is lifted, the secret is revealed, and you know how to handle every situation in life, and you're just all of a sudden emotionally mature. No. I kind of wish it would make life much simpler and there would be a lot less pettiness and a lot more community if that were the case. But it's not. It's a case by case basis. It is person to person. And it has a lot to do with what you have and haven't experienced in life, challenges you may or may not have gone through, how you came out of those challenges, and whether or not you have learned from your past mistakes or past traumas and done the inner work to become a better version of yourself. That is not easy. Maybe You have this nice fancy job and it's your first big girl job and you're in corporate now and you've got coworkers twice your age. And so you're thinking, oh, yeah, this is going to be fine. We're going to be able to work together. There's not going to be any of that pettiness with people my age. That's not the case. Sorry to say, but just because someone's older than you doesn't mean that they're going to be more mature. It is not your job to raise someone's emotional maturity age or teach them how to treat you properly. If they don't know, they gotta go. Okay? As a kid, I thought adults knew everything. As a teenager, I realized that quite a few adults actually don't. Once I became an adult, that was solidified that no adult really knows what they're doing. We're all doing our best to get through life, but some people's best looks a lot worse than yours or mine. Keeping it real. And we don't have to stick around for that. And I learned a lot of hard lessons as a kid, as an adolescent, and now as an adult. I am 25 years old, but I have been through things and learned things that people twice my age don't know. And I don't know, I've just been blessed with this spirit of resilience and wisdom. And I'm so grateful for that because there are things that I just knew to do or not to do, even as a kid, that my peers did not know. It saved me a lot of hardship. But at the same time, that can be a blessing and a curse because people can feel that in you. You have this inner light or this inner confidence that they just can't place and can't understand and can't emulate. So it's a double edged sword where you know things that others maybe don't know, where it's common sense to you, but common sense ain't always that common. So it'll save you from some things, but then it will expose you to other things like bullying or being ostracized, just dealing with things from people that don't understand you. That can be hard. But again, it helps with our emotional maturity. Yay! So if you're pretty young, I don't want you to feel like you are less than or that you don't know certain things just because you are not old enough to know what you're talking about. That's not true. Yes, we should respect our elders, but there comes a point where some elders, so to speak, just want blind respect and blind followers when they have none of the qualities to be leading anyone else or to be telling any of the younger people how to live their lives. They don't know. They just want you to do what they say because they said so. Just because someone's older than you doesn't mean that you have to kiss the ground that they walk on and do everything they say. We've all got blind spots. So trust your own intuition. Because, like I said, there are people twice my age that have half the class, half the decorum that I go through life with. I'm not perfect, and I'm not saying that I am, and I know none of us are, but sometimes you just have to be like, honey, I see your life, and I don't want to replicate that. Thanks for your 2 cents, but I'm going to do what I think is best instead of what you think is best so that I don't end up with your results because that does not look good to me. Some people will just never take the time to look in the mirror and do the hard inner work that needs to be done in order to evolve. And you don't have to stick around to pull people up with you. Some people are naturally going to fall away. And also, don't feel like you need to stay down there at their level just because they can't rise above. If you can, keep going. And whoever cannot come with you will fall away. The fourth harsh truth that every woman should know is that not everyone who congratulates you actually wants to see you win. Yeah, this is one that I certainly did not know growing up. Because to me, it's like, why would you say it if you didn't mean it? But some people do that just to get close enough to you to try and find out what it is that makes you successful and what they can steal from you to have the same result. It's like, honey, you could copy and paste exactly what I'm doing and still not get the same result because we are different people. And you can copy my outfit, you can copy my makeup, you can copy my hair, you can copy my editing style. Try to copy all you want, but you cannot copy someone's energy. You can't. You can be inspired by it, you can be jealous of it. You can aspire to be like them, or you can realize that you want to be the exact opposite. But what you cannot do is be a carbon copy of someone's energy. Just like all of our fingerprints are unique, so is our energy. And your energetic signature can be felt and it cannot be duplicated. So if you have anyone in your life that is trying to copy you, steal your thunder, step in front of your success, let them wear themselves out doing that, because they will. They're going to get so tired and fed up and be like, why won't this work? And you don't need their congratulations or their applause to keep doing what you're doing and to know that you're a great person. Because if you are on this video and if you're subscribed to my channel, then I already know you're an amazing person. And I already know that you have a bright light within you. And I know that that light is seen by people who like it and people who dislike it. And that is something that we light beings have to deal with. But we are here to shed light on shadows. That's really what triggers them, is that your light illuminates their shadow and makes them see parts of themselves that they don't like, or ways that they would like to become how you are, as free as you are, as confident, as expressive, but they haven't gotten there. And so when that triggers them, they get upset, they get jealous, they get snarky, they get passive aggressive. It is not on us to figure out why, or to help them get over it, or to help them see us in a different light. If someone has put you on a pedestal, stay there. You didn't ask to be put there. They put you there. So now they can deal with seeing themselves as below you in this little competition that they're making up in their head. We're not even playing that game. I'm not in your matrix. Some people will smile in your face, and it pains them to do so when you start to peep this and you start to pay attention. But they do it anyway because it's either what's expected of them, and if they didn't, then they'll look rude, even though they're having a hard time faking it anyway. So you might as well just not have said anything to me, because I can tell you're being fake. But anyway, it could be a multitude of reasons. It's not on you. It's not your responsibility to find out what those reasons are. When you are picking up the vibe and the vibes are off, time to go. I am not sticking around to deal with more of your passive aggressive comments and energy, because it's exhausting. No wonder you look tired, honey. Some people only speak to you when it benefits them, or when they want to find out something about you and then go spill the tea to somebody else who doesn't like you. Ew. If you are on this channel, then I already know that you are a good, kind, genuine person, and you deserve to have people around you who will clap for you, who will support you, who will congratulate you and mean it. You do your best to love yourself and others and to live life authentically with integrity. But not everyone is like that. I know. It's a hard, harsh truth, but you can be the kindest person in the world to somebody, and they could stab you in the back. They could do you dirty for reasons that don't make sense to us, because we are not like them and we don't want to be like them. It's hard for us honest people to even imagine befriending or dating somebody that you secretly dislike, because it's weird. If the idea of getting close to someone that you know you don't like sounds foreign to you, that's a good thing. We don't want that to make sense. Now, if you have felt that before in the past, when you were younger, or maybe still working through trauma and still healing and learning, and you're no longer like that, that's okay. You woke up, you evolved, you realized that you had some work to do in here, and that it's not literally everyone else around you out there in the world. Sometimes it's you. All any of us can do is the best we can with what we know. So, if you used to be that way and you have evolved to a higher level of consciousness, that is amazing, and you should be proud of yourself. However, not everyone does. So it's important to use discernment when you're dealing with people. Which brings me to harsh truth number 5. Discernment is social discipline. Because like I said before, not everyone has good intentions. Not everyone has the same integrity and honor that you do. When you're first hit with that, it is a rude awakening. But we have to take it upon ourselves to learn from that situation and become the kind of person who can then see that in other people so that you can protect yourself. You don't have to hate people like that, and we shouldn't, but you don't have to be close to them either. You don't have to let them manipulate you. So developing social discipline in the form of discernment is imperative on your journey into womanhood, because there are times when someone could envy something about you that you don't even register because you're not playing those games. But if you don't have discernment, people can try to block your blessings. They can try to ruin opportunities for you. They can try to ruin relationships for you. So if you don't have social discipline and you can't discern who is good for you and who is not, you're going to be hurt so many more times than is even necessary. Some hard lessons are necessary for our betterment, for our growth. But sometimes we just don't do better because we don't know better. But it's up to us to learn. It's up to you to become the kind of woman who can discern who has her best interests at heart and who doesn't. Unfortunately, this usually takes trial and error, and you will probably be hurt at least once in the form of betrayal. Before you learn this, I was. It was my best friend, and it broke my heart. But that taught me so, so much. It taught me more than reading about it ever could. So you don't have to go through it to learn. Watching things like this or reading books from people who have been there, done that, that can save you from some of the heartache. But unfortunately, sometimes you do have to go through it to see through it. And the last harsh truth that all women should know is to practice spiritual hygiene. This is so important. You cannot and will not be liked by everyone. That is okay. That is normal. If everyone likes you, you're probably doing something wrong. You're probably not living authentically enough, because if everyone likes you, then that means that you are a chameleon and you are changing who you are, what you like, what you don't like based on who you're around. Being authentic is a little bonus tip, and you have to do that in order to find the people who really resonate with you. But it is poor spiritual hygiene to allow any and everyone access to you. Some people might call you bougie or high maintenance. Oh, you think you're all that, or you're not that special, blah, blah, blah. But it's those very people who are trying to make you feel that way so that you will lower your guard and lower the requirements of what it takes to access you. It's people that want access to your energy without having to earn it or without adding anything to your life, that are going to try to make you give away your energy and your wisdom for free. You don't have to do that. So start cutting off access for certain people who you realize with your discernment do not have your best interest at heart, who are not good for you. So practicing spiritual hygiene can look like going out to brunch with a friend and they make a joke about you that doesn't sit right with your spirit. That if you confront them, they'll say, "Oh no, that was a joke. I was just joking." Like, lighten up, learn how to take a joke. But you know deep down that they were not actually joking and that they meant it and that they wanted that joke to hit a nerve, to make you insecure in some way. So instead of continuing to allow that person access to you, you would, if you're practicing spiritual hygiene, put distance between you and that person. They might ask you why, they might act like you're making it a bigger deal than it was, and that you're being too sensitive. But it doesn't matter what they think. It matters what you think and how you felt and what your intuition told you in that moment. Because allowing any and everyone access to you is how you end up with energy leakages. Because you could have a whole bunch of energy vampires around you that are only ever around you to feed off of you because they know that you have something special, because they know that they always feel better when they leave your presence. Yet you somehow always feel worse. Wonder why that is. You have to start putting space between you and people like that. And sorry for the abrupt cut. As I was recording this video, I experienced some technical difficulties and the whole video disappeared for like a day. And so I had filmed for over an hour and I thought that I just didn't have the video at all. And then the next day it came back into my camera roll out of nowhere. I don't know what's going on, but Mercury is in retrograde and this kind of thing happens with technology when Mercury goes retrograde. So I don't know if any of you ladies work with technology or if you're a content creator and this random stuff happens to you during Mercury retrograde, but yeah, we are not quitters over here. So nothing is going to stop me from getting this video to you ladies. So it is a different day. I'm in a different outfit, but let's carry on with the rest of this topic. So, if you don't have a good screening system and use spiritual hygiene in your life, then you could end up with energy leakages. And this happens when someone who doesn't have good intentions for you, someone who doesn't really like you, even though they may present as if they do, these people are feeding off of your energy. People can harvest your energy from you. You know what blew up on TikTok a little bit ago called boyfriend air? And how when a woman gets with the wrong guy, she'll literally downgrade, like energetically, emotionally, mentally, physically, financially. If you have the wrong people around you, they can bring you down. Who you surround yourself with, the company you keep, is that important. And those same women who essentially had some of the life sucked out of them in those bad relationships, when they become single again, don't you notice the glow up? Don't they always look happier after? Yes. It is the same thing with platonic relationships. It doesn't have to be a significant other for this to happen. I experienced this myself where my best friend was, in fact, siphoning my energy, plotting against me behind my back, sabotaging me and opportunities and relationships in my life. It sucked. And I had to learn this the hard way. And so if you haven't been through this, learn from me, learn from others out there on the internet. And if you have been through this, then you know what I'm talking about. And it takes so much inner work to come out of that, because when someone that you have allowed into your inner circle, who you have shared your innermost thoughts, ideas, emotions, traumas with, someone like a best friend or a partner, or maybe it's a family member for some of you, when you share those intimate things with someone and they don't have good intentions for you and they intend to use you in some way, a lot of times you don't notice it, you don't see it right away, but eventually it starts to take a toll on you. And you'll start to wonder, why am I always tired or sad or anxious after being with that person? It is because their own negative energy is rubbing off on you and they are taking your positive energy or confidence, self esteem, beauty, whatever it is. So, if you're wondering why you feel more tired, insecure, or anxious, look at the company you keep. That could be the culprit. The more people that you allow to get close to you, the higher the chance that you have an energy vampire in your inner circle. So, you ladies need to be very discerning, use that social discipline that we talked about, and tap into your intuition. I don't care what anyone else is saying about a person, a place, an opportunity. If it feels off, if it feels wrong to you, don't do it. Don't be around them. Don't be friends with them. Don't date them. Period. And like I said earlier, when you share experiences, ideas, traumas, emotions with a person that doesn't truly love you or value you, you open the door to sabotage, betrayal, heartbreak, all of that, because that person doesn't have your best interest at heart. So, of course, they don't care what happens to you in the end. That's why you have to care and you have to put yourself first, because most likely nobody else is going to. And so, if you don't take care of you and you don't use your discernment and practice spiritual hygiene, then you are essentially allowing the riffraff to come in. And we don't want that. So start paying attention to how you feel when you're in someone's presence, how you feel when they speak to you, how you feel when you leave them. And also start to become more aware of how they are interacting with you, and try to become aware of maybe any micro expressions that flash on someone's face and then go away as quickly as they came because they are using a facade. You can't hold up a mask with 100% accuracy forever. So that's where we get some of these micro expressions where you can see if someone really doesn't like you, if they really don't care what you're saying. You will be able to tell if you start paying attention. So look for micro expressions and other body language to indicate how they truly feel about you. People are usually better at deception when it just comes to their words. A lot of people are not so good at deceiving you with their body. So watch someone's face, their body language. to decode deception. So, I hope this video has been helpful for you. Let me know down below in the comment section what other harsh truths you think there are that women should know. Let me know in the comments which one your favorite was, if you took any notes, if you're gonna save this video to come back and watch later, if you're gonna share it with a friend. And yeah, I just hope that you ladies love this video as much as I loved making it. I just love this. I love chatting with you. And again, you can book a coaching call with me or get any of my products paid or free at the links in the description box below. If you want to work with me, I would be more than happy to meet you. I love you ladies so much. I hope you have a good rest of your day or night whenever you're watching this. I will see you in the next video. Mwah. Bye.